Hey ladies, it is day 11, so we only have one more day after today for this live video series, 12 Days of Christmas, 12 different practical tips and strategies to overcome guilt and prioritize yourself. So as I mentioned last night, today we were going to talk about permission slips. So, of course, before COVID, our kids were going on field trips and we had to give them permission slips. I don't know about your kiddos, but mine haven't been on a field trip in quite some time, and that has been very disappointing. However, we can give ourselves permission slips, and the more I talk to moms, the more that I realize that that is what most moms are looking for, is permission, is allowance to overcome their guilt, bring themselves up higher on their priority list, and do something for themselves. I can't tell you how many moms I talk to say, I put myself last. I am last. And generally, we are the ones that are doing that to ourselves. It may seem like that's other people, circumstances, lack of resource, all these different things. We could say, this is why I don't prioritize myself, or this is why it's hard. Yes, those can be obstacles. However, we are the ones that can unlock ourselves. We can break free from that, and we can give ourselves permission. So what does this look like? Many times, actually, especially in the beginning, many times we may need someone else to give us affirmation and to give us, quote unquote, permission to do something for ourselves or to put ourselves first. I have a client right now that I'm working with that I gave her an assignment, I gave her a challenge to spend 20 minutes a day on herself, doing something for herself. And so sometimes always having that accountability and that stretch is really, really helpful. And if it comes from an outside source, a lot of times it's easier to follow through because it's not originating with ourselves. And that's where usually the difficulty comes, is because we really struggle to give ourselves that permission. So practice this allowing. If you need somebody else to affirm you, to essentially give you permission or to support you or to encourage you, to tell you, yeah, that's okay to do, or that's a good idea to do, use that resource. Practice giving yourself permission slips. Practice giving yourself 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever it might look like, a certain amount of time a week, or just one day at a time. All we need are small steps. Small steps add up to really big changes. So I challenge you for tomorrow, give yourself 5 minutes to prioritize yourself. Whatever that might look like for you, 5 minutes. And I'll tell you, I give you permission. And the reason that it's so important for us to give ourselves permission and allow these things is because these are great gifts to our family. The better we are, the better we are able to show up for our family. The old saying, if mom ain't happy, nobody's happy, is absolutely true. The more peaceful and well taken care of we are, the better able we are to be there and to show up for our families. And what a model we are showing to our kids and an example that we're setting. And this is also helpful to our spouses as well. They can see these practices and we can then allow and give them permission to do this for themselves. Some people actually create a little permission slip card and carry that around with them, or they post it up like we talked about yesterday as a visual or an anchor. I give you permission. I allow you. It's usually our old ideas. It's usually our shoulds and our limiting beliefs that are holding us back, that are telling us that we shouldn't do something. As soon as I hear that word should in my head, that's a big red flag of, I need to really look at this. Because should does not really have much place in my vocabulary. And when I hear should, it sure ain't the truth. That is for me. So what I challenge you to do is tomorrow, Give yourself permission for something that is meaningful to you, to prioritize yourself, and you may feel guilty. Melody Beattie is a great writer. She writes about codependency and owning our own power. She calls practicing a new behavior and some of the emotional discomfort that comes with it as the afterburn. She says that, yes, the afterburn will happen, and yet we still have the right to take care of ourselves and let it burn off, because it will not stay forever. So I love you. You are courageous to watch this video, and then really, really brave to go and try giving yourself that 5 minutes of permission to do something for you. And that is a gift that you're giving to everyone in your life, not just yourself. And it sure as heck ain't selfish. You can look back at the videos. I believe it was day 1 or day 2, maybe day 2, I think. I did a video in this series that self-care is not selfish. I'm also going to put in the link in the comments below is a link to, it's a short reading by Melody Beattie, and it's called The Afterburn. And it is so affirming. If you would like something more, permission, affirmation, allowance, some encouragement to take time for you and to do something for you, this is the reading. And it really addresses some of the discomfort too. So I encourage you to check that out. So when I come back tomorrow for our last day, we are going to talk about one major piece that is going to bring all of these little tips and strategies together. So please look out for that. If you miss it, there's a link in the post description with my YouTube channel, so you can check all that out. If you're looking for self-care ideas, there's a link there. Check that out. 119 ways to self-care, and I'm telling you, it's not just bath bombs and go get your nails done. It goes much deeper, much wider than that. And if you would really like to take a courageous next step and a huge step in prioritizing yourself, I would love to schedule a free virtual breakthrough coaching session with you so we can really get a strategy and a plan for your life so that you don't have to be last on the priority list anymore. You don't have to feel guilty for giving yourself permission to live your best life and to walk the path that you know is for you. So I would love, love, love to talk to you. Send me a message, comment below, or click on that link and just schedule your free hour. What do you have to lose? It's an hour. Take care, everybody.